I want to talk to you about the 11 principles that helped me lose 100 pounds in the course of 1 year without crash dieting, without doing endless cardio, and without any kind of gimmicky, silly fad or any kind of supplement that you have to rely on. These are the principles that you can rely on for the rest of your entire life to see results in your fitness and weight loss journey. These are the exact same principles that I use to go from 325 pounds, extremely unconfident, having no idea where to start, to 225 pounds, lean, strong, confident, in fighting shape. And these principles will help serve you as they've helped serve my clients in case fitness, weight loss, binge eating, strength training, anything like that is something that you struggle with. So let's get right into it. Principle number one, mind your macros. Most people think weight loss is just about eating less, starving yourself, salads, chicken, broccoli, and rice. And while I love chicken, broccoli, and rice, what really matters are your macros, aka your macronutrients. Think of it like this. Break it down into three categories of all the food that you eat. It all gets broken down into calories, macronutrients, and micronutrients. Essentially, calories will control your weight, macros will control how you look, and then micronutrients will control how you feel. If you have all these things out of whack, your fitness journey is going to be going an uphill battle because nutrition is 150% of the journey. All right. I think some people like to say it's 50% training, 50% nutrition. I used to think that way too. I used to think that it was 80% nutrition, 20% training. I think it's 100% training, 150% nutrition. All right. If your nutrition ain't on point, you're not going to be able to get on shape. But it starts by understanding calories, macros, and micros. If you only focus on calories when you're trying to lose weight, you fall into the risk of becoming what's called skinny fat, where you're losing body fat, but you're also losing muscle tissue. So you just feel like a bag of bones when you're done cutting your weight. You don't actually have lean, defined, chiseled, strong muscle that you ideally want to have after you trim away all of the body fat. This is why it's so important to focus on our macros, so we're getting enough protein to rebuild and maintain and build more muscle tissue, carbohydrates to help fuel our energy throughout the day, fats to also help with satiation, and then our hormones. But it's not always about just what you eat, it's also around the habits that you have around food, which leads me into principle number two. Stop eating after 6 p.m. I'm dead serious on this. Like Gordon Ramsay says, shut it down! It's time to shut it down. A lot of people really struggle with losing weight because after 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., in the evening when they're fatigued from work, tired, stressed, this is the most common time where people will self-sabotage, order junk food, go to the drive-thru, eat cookies, candies, and cake, and raid the pantries, and essentially just shoot themselves in the foot. Because when you're cheating on your diet, the only one that you're cheating is you're cheating yourself. And if you struggle with late night cravings, well, then this next principle is going to save you. Principle number three, out of sight, out of mind. It is easier to avoid the temptation than it is to fight it with willpower each and every single day. I used to think I needed more willpower to fight the junk. I'm just not disciplined enough. And then I would always go down this cycle of negative thinking because I wasn't able to always rely on willpower when it came to avoiding snacks and junk food that was kept in the house. The truth is, your environment will beat your willpower 10 times out of 10. That is why I tell all of my clients, do not keep trigger foods inside the house. Don't bring junk food home back from the grocery store. Don't even go down the candy aisle or the ice cream aisle if you can. And don't confuse dehydration with hunger. That's a big one. And use the 20-minute rule. If you're extremely craving something, wait 20 minutes, see if you're still craving something, but most of the time it's passed by. Lastly, number three is urge surfing. Think of every craving that you have or every urge you have to eat food late at night as a wave that's coming in the ocean. And your goal is to just surf that wave. That's why I teach my clients urge surfing. If you can just manage that wave of hunger and cravings for about 20 minutes, usually it'll disappear and you won't even feel hungry anymore. But you got to recognize that it's a wave incoming and learn how to surf that bad boy. If you set up your environment for success, then you don't have to rely on willpower. But no matter what, if you're not tracking what you're eating, then you're just going in this journey blind. Which leads me into principle number 4. Measure what matters. There's a very good saying out there that exists where it's you cannot manage what you do not measure. And that couldn't be more right. This is when I started to track each and every single day, and that's what led me to start seeing results in my weight loss journey. 1, my body weight. I tracked my body weight each and every single day. I stepped on the scale after using the bathroom, before eating or drinking anything. I would do it every single day. If I missed a day, oh well, it's no big deal. It's the trend that matters over time. But just getting into the habit of stepping on the scale each and every single day will help build discipline and keep your mindset towards reaching your goals every time you step on first thing in the morning. 2, food intake. Tracking at very minimum the food that I'm eating, being mindful of what I'm putting in my body. The bottom line is you just have to know your calories and your protein. When you're more advanced, you can pay attention to your carbs and your fats and be really, really intentional. But if you're just starting out, just have a calorie goal and just have a protein goal. Start managing and measuring your food by the gram. You will start seeing results when you have a food scale in your kitchen, measuring everything out by a gram, using an app like MyFitnessPal or the app that I give my clients to track food. You will be very aware of what you're eating, and therefore you'll be able to manage your weight, your food intake. 3, your lifts. You want to manage the lifts that you're doing in the gym. If you're lifting the same, you're going to end up looking the same. We want to aim for progressive overload. Adding more weight week by week, always just trying to outdo ourselves, right? So that's going to lead me into principle number 5, focusing on strength, focusing on lifting heavy. A lot of times nowadays, people love to go straight to the cardio section. People are a little bit intimidated of the dumbbells, the heavy barbells, the squat rack section, but that area right there will serve you more than anywhere else in the entire gym most of the time. Machines are absolutely excellent as well, but I encourage you to get familiar with everything so you can just start lifting heavier and getting stronger. Start training in the gym 3 to 4 times per week on average and focus on your compound movements. Things that look like a squat, a deadlift, a bench press. Those 3 main compound lifts will work out most of your entire body to give you some of the best gains that you'll see with your strength, with your muscle tissue, which will ultimately help you lose weight the right way in the long term. Again, follow progressive overload. If you are picking up pink little dumbbells that weigh 5 pounds on week 1 and on week 12 you're still picking up those same 5-pound pink dumbbells, we're not going anywhere. We need to lift heavier weights week by week by week. Not every day you're going to set a personal record or a PR, but certain days you're going to end up in the gym and then all of a sudden you're going to smash through your old records, getting stronger, and it will be validation that you're moving in the right direction, building strength and building muscle. Lifting will build more muscle, which helps you in turn eat more calories and still burn more calories at rest. So if you lift more, you literally get to eat more. It's a cheat code. If you like to eat, well, then you better be lifting. But what happens if you travel or if you eat out? How do you stay on track? Principle number 6, plan your meals and stay flexible. Whenever I travel, I'm always still getting a bunch of steps. I'm finding places I can work out. I'm still making the active decisions to eat healthy choices when I go out to restaurants. I'm picking the lean chicken. I'm picking the steamed vegetables. I am going to make sure that even if I'm not in my normal environment, I'm going to control everything within my control to make sure that I still stay on track. Don't be one of those people that goes on vacation and then has just a 7-day long bender of eating and drinking, and then you come back feeling absolutely awful. It is possible to go on vacation, get in better shape, and then come back and you're in better shape closer towards your goals. It's a mindset and it's all about intention. Which leads me into principle number 7. Do not drink your calories. Most of the time when you're drinking calories, you're not getting very much nutrition from it. Yes, you can get it from a good protein shake, that's the exception, but most of the time you're drinking empty calories with just sugar and very little micronutrients or protein. If you are drinking your calories, you're not getting filled up from them. I can't tell you how many times I see people throw away their progress because they're drinking alcohol or juice or soda, and all of these empty calories are just coming into their system and they're not even getting full off of it. When you're eating your calories, when you're eating it with food, you get full. But when you just drink it down, you're not really gonna get full. It's gonna cause you to overeat. So make sure that if you're drinking anything, it's an artificial sweetener like a diet soda, or just stick to plain old water. You cannot go wrong. Which leads me into principle number 8. Drown yourself in water. Drink way more water than you think you need. I recommend around a gallon of water per day to start, but over time, just get used to drinking a whole lot more water. Yes, you'll be running to the bathroom a whole lot more, but you'll also have much more energy, a whole lot less cravings, you'll be a lot more full, and you will be getting closer towards your goal. There's an alarming amount of benefits to drinking water. It's just that it's easy not to do, and people forget to not drink their water. Start out your day with a big water jug, fill it to the top, and then your goal by the end of the day is to finish it each and every single day. I promise you, if you just add in the simple habit of drinking a gallon of water a day, it will be a game changer for your nutrition and your results. Principle number 9, prioritize protein at every meal. You want to be making sure that you hit around 150 grams of protein, or me personally, I hit 200 grams of protein. The more the merrier. Just make sure you're getting enough fiber. But if you're working out and training hard and not getting in enough protein, you're shooting yourself in the foot and you're making this a lot harder on yourself than it needs to be. Protein is literally what you need to rebuild the muscle tissue that we are working so hard for at the gym. So if we're not getting in the protein, all that time in the gym is essentially a waste. So every meal that you eat, the main star of your dish should be protein. Most of the time you want to get your protein from a lean cut source of meat like chicken, beef, ground turkey, things like that. The more that you can base your entire meal off of protein and sneak in protein sources around your day, it will make your journey so much easier. Principle number 10, sleep is king. Do not neglect your rest and recovery, because that's where all the progress is made. We go to the gym to beat ourselves up, and then all the recovery happens inside our bedroom, because when we're sleeping, that's our body's actual natural repairing time. If we're always burning the candle at both ends, we're not getting enough rest, and we're just working ourselves to the bone, our body's going to be filled up with so much stress and cortisol, we're not going to be making the progress that we deserve. So prioritize your sleep, no less than 6 hours. Aim for 6 or more hours each and every single day. Have a nice wind down nighttime routine and a morning routine, and get your sleep right. Do not neglect sleep. Which leads me into principle number 11. Stop, wait, and take action. The number one reason that I was able to lose 100 pounds and I was able to help a lot of my clients lose 20, 50, 100 pounds themselves is because they got off the sidelines and they got active in their own life. They stopped the excuses in their own minds that were holding themselves back, got accountable, got the resources that they need, and took action. You don't need a whole lot, all right? If you need help, follow me on Instagram and just DM me the word YouTube. I'll know you watched this video and I'll be able to help you out personally. But don't wait forever, waiting for you to feel like you're ready, waiting for the perfect time. You need to start before you're ready. And sometimes the hardest part is believing in yourself and then reaching out and asking for help. If you are struggling and you're in that boat, just reach out to me. I do not bite. I am actively someone who's passionate about helping others transform, because I've literally went through it myself. And if you need help, just comment on this video or reach out to me on Instagram and I'll do what I can help. If you want to work with me personally, just DM me coach and I'll reach out and see if it's a good fit. Make sure to like and subscribe this video, and I'll see you on the next one.